What's going on, guys? We're back. I'm a YouTuber. This is my YouTube voice. Um, that really was my YouTube, but this, I guess, is my real YouTube voice. So I'm back. We're a week and a half into the hockey season. I just wanted to make a video about, a few things going on here, what I'm doing. So first off, I have Ovi and McDavid sent off to PSA, their express service. So $75 US per card. Shipping down there was expensive because I had to pay for insurance on the cards. Part of me wanted to not pay and just take the gamble. I'm a little bit gambly in spirit, so I wanted to do that, but ultimately I paid for the insurance, so it was expensive to get down there. But they just got down there today, so they're going to be graded. It sounds like, from everything I'm hearing, about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks max to get it back. I know that at the $50 level, which is a regular service, it's taking 4 to 5 weeks, or that's the most recent intel I've gotten. So we'll see, but those should be back relatively soon, and I'm pretty excited. We'll see how they come out. I don't have any expectations. I've done very well on the cards. I bought them at a really good price, so they're there being graded. We'll see. I'm excited. I'll make a video. But this isn't just about my cards. The hockey market is hot right now. We're seeing prices really skyrocket. We have a guy who has 1 assist in 6 games who's at $250, up from about $100 just about a month and a half ago. So it's an interesting time. And that's of course Elias Pettersson, who I'm not particularly as high on him as the market is, but it's not about me. It's about you guys, and it's about the market and who's getting the attention, and he's getting the attention, and he's getting bought, and people are taking their hard-earned money and buying his cards for $250. We'll see if he can live up to those expectations, but in general, the hockey market is just hot. We're seeing everyone who's performing really come up in price, almost everyone. I'll talk about that in a minute. But it's a fun time to be a collector. Obviously a lot of new people in here, and some people from what I read and what I gather are a little bit frustrated by that. I don't know why. It's only better for the hobby to have more people in, and to have more people to talk to, and to build relationships, and to collect cards and talk cards, and it's just great. So don't be sour about it. It's fun. It's a hobby, and I guess that's the argument that some people make, is that it's just a hobby and the prices are getting so expensive. But you know what? Google stock's getting expensive too. Like, it's not worth whining about. Like, you can buy it or you don't have to buy it. Connor and Ovi going for about $1,000 raw. Connor is over about $3,300 for a PSA 10. Ovi is up over $5,000 for a PSA 10. So those have seen a pretty dramatic increase over the relatively short term. But lots of guys going up. You talk about all the guys. Whether that's Svechnikov, Aho, Konechny's really hot right now. I got a little bit more on those guys, but the market's just doing really well, and it's fun. I mean, I hope you guys are having fun through this and just enjoying collecting. So who's off to a good start in the NHL? Well, my boy McKinnon is off to a good start, leading the league with 7 points in 4 games played. Not really a surprise there. But there are some surprises in there. So there's also Kyle Connor, which, again, I said before, he was at $20. He's creeped up to about $35 now, but leading the league, 7 points in. He also has 4 games played, but a good opportunity there, even at like $35. I think I'm not going to buy any more Connors. I got a whole bunch of them at $20 where he sat forever. Everyone was just $20 bill Connor, $20 bill Connor. And I bought a bunch of them. So I got my Connors, and I'm waiting, and maybe the market will realize, maybe it won't. Again, not up to me, but I think good value. So I'm certainly not surprised that he's up at the top. It's early, I know, but he's just doing what he does, which is put up points, which is score goals. And I'll say it here first, he's gonna lead the team again in goals and points. Okay, Laine's not gonna beat him, but I could be wrong. Is Laine gonna have one of those years? I mean, he had 2 in the first game, right? Now he's out injured, but I'm going with Connor. Joel Farabee is another interesting story. So this guy, rookie, comes in first game, I think it was opening night with Philadelphia, puts up 1-3, 4-point night, and the market goes ballistic, buying up Farabee's. It drove the price up from about, I'd picked up some preseason or in the summertime at some point in the off season for about $3 or under $3 on ComC, and they're currently up to actually only $9 on ComC right now, but they were selling on eBay for $40, $35 to $40 all day. And really interesting to see how the market react. I think a lot of that was just reactive and excitement in the first night. Even since that first night, I've noticed that prices have sort of stabilized a little bit. People have sort of moved to their spot. In the market, in equities, we call it sort of resistance. So once a player or once a stock hits a price point, there's an arbitrary sort of psychological button where it hits $100, but you don't want to pay over $100. It's sort of set its price. And anyways, I'm finding that in some of the players too, where they're not going, people are willing to buy it for up to $40 and sell it for $40, but it's not really getting past that point. And I'm seeing that a lot with a lot of the cards right now. And I think that's to be expected. People will simmer down, not quite be as excited. I mean, it's great to have hockey back. I'm excited. I'm locked down, and I got hockey, and I got cards, and whatever. But I think that's what that was. So we'll see what happens. I'm watching, and that's why I'm talking right now, is just, documenting and telling what's going on. There's my dog barking to go outside. Okay, I'm back. Let the dog out. We're good. Where was I? Oh yeah, I remember. So with the Joel Farabee, you don't want to be chasing these prices up to the top. It doesn't really make sense. It's nice to get in at the very bottom, but you don't have to be the first one on the train. You take a look at the other guys who are going really good right now, guys like Svechnikov, 3 years in the league, Pettersson 3 years in the league, Sebastian Aho 4 years in the league, 5th year in the league for Sebastian Aho, Travis Konechny 4 years in the league. Those are some of the names that are just going. You have some time to get these cards. Yeah, you might have to pay a little bit more, but you know what? You're going to be fairly certain that this guy's going to be a good quality player. He'll have a history and a track record, like Pettersson does. He's got 1 assist in 6 games. I know he's a great player. It's not going to finish that way. He's not going to have a 20-point season. We all know that. But there's no harm in waiting a little bit for these things. So don't be one of those people who chase a card up to the top and buy it there, and they see the results and they're paying for them. In some players, that might have just been opening night thing. I mean, it's not many nights that players get 4 points period. So to do that and to be a rookie and step in, he's on a good team over there. So I certainly get it. But since then we watched price come back down, and you can pick him up now for around $20. He's actually on ComC for $9 right now, so that's $9 USD, so that's about $12 Canadian. But you can grab him if you're looking to get some Joel Farabee. But that was an interesting story, and on opening night, seeing that happen, seeing how reactive the market was, just jumping on Farabee, driving that price up, was really telling. So there's things to take away from that, right? Does that make Joel Farabee a good long-term investment? I don't know. If you think that he is, then you can certainly buy him. But if you're trying to catch him at $40 to ride him up and think he's going to run up to 100, it's just pretty unlikely. And if you bought him early enough, then that would have been a good opportunity to possibly sell him at the $40 mark. I was hoping to get my ComC shipment back so that I could get those out of here as quick as possible. Looks like I missed the bus, but that's fine. I mean, again, I don't think it's a terrible thing holding Farabee cards, but it was also an opportunity to sell at that point, and we'll see what happens. Maybe he puts up 2 points tomorrow and that price jumps back up. It seems to me that things are stabilizing a little bit. Prices aren't moving quite so much. And Connor's, a perfect example. He's been at $35 pretty much since night one, when he had 1 point, I think, in the first game where Laine had the 2 goals. So they're not moving quite so much. You're still seeing movement in the bigger cards, but we'll see what happens. especially if you're investing longer term. You know, you can ride it out, and if you think that Farabee's going to be a great player long term, maybe you buy a couple of his cards and you sort of wait. And you know, you can tell a lot about a player in the first 2 to 3 years, but in a rookie year, it's really tough. Again, I'll go back to Nathan MacKinnon. Wins the Calder in his rookie year with 67 points. It was really unimpressive. He did that for, I believe, another 2 years. And then I'd even thought it was sort of like poop or get off the pot time. Like you got to step up, and that's when he broke out. So it takes players time, and that means that there's time for you, and patience will pay. So don't be chasing those quick returns. I don't think it's good strategy, but take your time, be patient. You don't have to rush into it. It's fun to buy new players. I get it. I do it as well. But you know, when Farabee's running up like that, you don't have to chase him up to that $40 mark because you think he's going to blast off and go to 250 like Pettersson. I think that's completely unrealistic. I mean, the guy's not going to be putting up 4 points night in and night out. So I don't know, just think about it a little bit. Maybe that'll help you just make a little bit more rational decisions. It's really just about having some patience, exercising some discipline, and you know, I think we'll all be a lot better for it. And I say this as if I do all of it. I don't. I mean, come on, I go out and I buy rookies, and I see someone going up and I'm wondering what's going on, and I think of the quality player that he is. I know hockey, again, better than I know cards, so I try and think, like, is this a guy who can really get to that level? Watch lots of videos on the guys, again, just because I find that fun. I mean, watching hockey on YouTube, who is Joel Farabee, like, I'd watch his video over the summer, you know, Morgan Frost as well, everyone. Owen Tippett, you know, I watched all of Andrei Svechnikov's goals, Rasmus Dahlin, Victor Olofsson, like all these, I just watch it. And you learn a lot about people just by watching those highlight videos. So I'm going off of where I wanted to go, but you can watch those, really entertaining. Okay, but I want to leave you guys with a little something, so I'm going to leave you with 3 players who I think are relatively inexpensive, and there could be opportunity there. So the first one is Jordan Kyrou, who's 22 years old. He has 2 goals, 2 assists in 4 games played with St. Louis this year, so off to a decent start there. He's playing second line with Shannon Schwartz. He doesn't get power play time, unfortunately. He had 15 points in 16 games played last year with San Antonio, and he split time. He was with the Blues as well, and he had 9 points in 28 games, I believe, with St. Louis. But Jordan Kyrou on ComC right now, get that up there, going for $4.99, so pretty inexpensive. Not a guy that a lot of people are talking about, and again, Jordan Kyrou could put up 50 points this year and 55 and might not go above, you know, $10, but if you pay 5 and it goes to 10, is that bad? Not really. But we'll see. He's off to a good start. Second player that we got for you is a Columbus Blue Jacket, and that is Oliver Bjorkstrand. Now, Oliver Bjorkstrand's 25 years old, a little bit older of a guy than I like to collect. I think the sweet spot is sort of the 22 to 24 range. I usually don't get too much above 24, but he's off to a good start. He has 2 goals, 3 assists in 5 games, so 5-5. And watch the game tonight. They played Tampa Bay. They lost in overtime, but Bjorkstrand looked really good. He's got a great shot. He really stood out. He clearly looked like the best player on Columbus tonight anyways. And I've heard chatter about Bjorkstrand. Haven't got to watch him play much. You know, being a Colorado fan, I watch a lot more of the West games, but Oliver Bjorkstrand was pretty impressive, and he is on ComC right now for $4.50. So Oliver Bjorkstrand, if you know you want to get in on something inexpensive, again, 25 years old. I don't know, we'll see, but you know, I like that price for a player who could lead his team. And the last player is the one who, you know, I really like. Full disclosure, I own all these guys, and some more than others. This guy I own a lot of, and that is Tampa Bay's Anthony Cirelli. He's 23 years old, and I started watching him in the playoffs when I first started collecting. When I first started, it was the Stanley Cup final, I believe. No, it was the semifinals, because I was watching Colorado Dallas anyways. Got to watch a lot of Tampa Bay, obviously, with them winning the cup. And Anthony Cirelli was really impressive. You know, Braden Point was getting a lot of the hype, a lot of the talk. Stamkos was out, but Anthony Cirelli was an absolutely phenomenal player. It's when I came to sort of gain just to gain respect, I guess, for his game. He's 23 years old, really fast guy. He's on the power play. He's playing on the second line with Johnson and Killorn, I believe. Is where he's set. He does get time on the second power play. He has 1 in 3 in 4 games played, but he's going for $6.75 on ComC, so he's an expensive one on the list that I gave. But I think Anthony Cirelli is clearly the best one to take a look at, and we'll see. I have, if you're watching this, Brent, if you do watch this, Brent, Anthony Cirelli's gonna get there. You watch. I know Cirelli's gonna get there, so we'll see what happens with him this year. But those are a couple names that maybe you want to have a look at who are inexpensive and perhaps have some opportunity. But you know, with that, I'm gonna end the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you can leave a comment below, you know, I'd appreciate it. Who do you guys like? You know, who do you guys think is still a good value right now? Because I know who I like. Not just those 3 guys. What I mean is in the whole hockey card market. But tell me who you like. Always curious. And check me out on Instagram, LapperFlips, LAPP3R30_flips. And yeah, we'll talk to you next video. Maybe I'll have, well, my Connor and Ovi won't be back in time, but we'll check you soon. I'll make another one of these videos or something. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I never end these videos well. I think I'm up to 60 or 70 views on my last video, and like that's pretty amazing that many people would take time out of their day to watch something that I made. And I hope it adds value, or I hope you get some entertainment out of it, or something. I don't know, maybe it's playing while you go to sleep. I don't know, but I hope you get something out of it. But I'm gonna stop it there.